Hey guys, this is Justin. Welcome to another video. We've got a very special one today because we'll be looking at probably the most impressive Halo fan project, at least animation, that I have ever seen. And we're looking at the newest project by Bacon Media, a YouTuber and animator who has been remaking Halo cutscenes. Today, they released their version of the Silent Cartographer. Now, as always, when we look at fan works, guys, don't just watch my video. I'm going to do something annoying, put a little thing so you can't get a good look at it. Go check out the source material. You can say I sent you. You don't have to. Leave a thumbs up. And if you like this work, consider supporting the creator on Patreon. So the first thing that struck me was seriously just the quality of every single aspect of this animation. The waves rolling up on the beach, the quality of the Elite's model, the armor, the opening of the mouth animation. It's all top notch. Like, this is nearly Halo 2 anniversary levels of quality when it comes to cutscenes, and those were obviously done by Blur. Now, I know aspects of this project were community sourced. For example, the high quality Master Chief you see at the end, well, that was modeled by Marcus Aledo, and if that name is ringing a little bell in your head, well, that's because he designed Master Chief the first time as the creative director at Bungie. However, it's not just the models, and I review a lot of fan projects, and we're in the era now where, especially with marketplaces for resources, you can find high quality bits of things pretty easily. What's really impressive here, and from what me pushed this over to the edge to the point where I feel like I want to make a video spotlighting this, is the direction, the use of music, the movement, the sound. It all works together so well. I love how after the brief introduction, we can see the Silent Cartographer's island out in the distance there, surrounded by water, which does a great job actually of capturing the feel of what the water looked like in Halo. And before you see anything, you hear the roaring of the engines approaching. Then the camera pans and you see E419, our girl Echo 419 herself. And you'll notice that this cutscene doesn't try to mimic the original cutscene, not even close really. It's a somewhat approximation, especially in tone, but it takes time. It slows down. It makes it much more cinematic. And I will say the original is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. The opening of the level especially is fantastic. It's also kind of different because much of the cutscene is actually dynamic. You can look around like you can in many of Halo's cutscenes from the back of the Pelican. But again, the essential elements are still preserved. The way the camera turns to see the Pelicans after looking at the island. I did actually notice also that there's an extra Pelican in this. I wonder if that's to reflect how many you can see on the map. I know there's that one downed one, but I'm not sure. Anyway, one section not in the original cutscene I love is the Pelican having a brief little fight with a spirit dropship. I partially love it because it shows just how crappy humanity's technology is, especially their space and air technology compared to the Covenant. Fires off all these salvos of missiles, one hits, but the shield just pops up and says, I'm not done yet. And I wonder if this is meant to be the same dropship that you see later on in the level, delivering Covenant troops. I think it's very possible, and it's a nice little detail because the island is so far away from anything else. I also really love how, as they're approaching the island, you can actually make out the structure of the island as it appears in the game. That's a nice little detail because they could have just shown it sort of abstractly. I gotta say too, the faces look really good, and I watch a lot of Star Wars space animations especially, which often will use the same assets, which I'm not complaining about at all. I totally get it, makes sense, but one area where you'll really see a downside, especially in the animation as well as the face, and these look pretty good. I also love the detail in the little maneuvering jets on the Pelicans. Just, it looks so great, and it reminds me of a Halo 2 anniversary cutscene. Again, I think the faces, although they are really good, are probably the most expensive and time-consuming part of a big animation like this, so that's where I think there's the clear discrepancy between something like this and, say, a Blur production, but just overall, so phenomenal. You even see a nice little detail in this last scene here, the tree blowing in the wind as dust is being kicked up by the Pelicans, the maneuvering jets doing little adjustments, the moss or lichen covering the Forerunner structure. The only thing that I think is a bit of a miss is I would have liked the ending to be a bit more true to the source material, where it's a hot drop, because I think that's the really, as my friend Luke Hidden Xperia would say, that's the iconic part of the mission. You drop, you're into combat, people are going at each other. Well, people and aliens. I do think this changes sort of the feel of the start of the level a little bit, but again, probably something done for resource reasons. And then there's just two other details that I really liked. The first thing is the classic Bungie text to start off the level in the bottom corner, then the fade to white to start the level off. Just great stuff. And I gotta give a huge shout out again to the creator, Bacon Media. You'll see at the end of this video that they only have 9 patrons, which, come on, that is shockingly low for the quality of work we're getting here for free. So I'm gonna go throw a few bucks to them on Patreon. If you enjoy this kind of work and you wanna see more extended cutscenes, I mean, I can't promise what they're gonna do, but I assume if we pay them, they'll keep working. I don't know. The only thing I can promise is what they do, which is access to behind the scene content and future videos ad-free. That sounds pretty good. You can also follow the creator on Twitter, and probably the best thing you can do is watch this video, post it on Reddit, post it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, share it, help blow it up. Right now, it's at 5,000 views in 3 hours. For the quality of work, we should be talking 1 million views in 5 or 6 hours, not 5,000. Come on. We've done the X boost on deserving videos before. I would love to do it here, but there's more. And I'm not going to show you this. This creator also has done other level intros from Halo CE. They've done probably my favorite intro in the game, the Maw, one of my other favorites, Assault on the Control Room, so go check it out, please. Anyway, I've done what I can. The rest is on you. And I actually stopped working on a video that I was planning for today on how shitty Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is, so I thought this would be a much more fun and interesting topic. And it's nice to talk about the positives of Halo, not Star Wars. The only thing I wanted to mention is that this really reminded me how bad we need a proper remaster for Halo Combat Evolved. For me, Combat Evolved Anniversary, listen, if you've got your own opinion, that's fine. I think it looks like absolute garbage. I never play that game with the Anniversary graphics on. It completely loses the feel of the original game, which to me is a cardinal sin, especially when we're talking the original Halo, which to me feels like it's pulled off the pages of a beautiful pulp science fiction cover. And it completely loses that, makes it absolutely generic and boring. Halo 2 Anniversary, however, not only completely had redone cutscenes, as we've talked, but maintained the original feel of the game. Yes, everything looks 1,000,000 times better, but the art style is the same. The feel of the levels, the same. That's what I really want from a Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, or just a Halo Combat remade. And with MCC now opened up on Steam, we're probably going to see fan projects that attempt to do that, but it blows my mind how badly they dropped the bag with that one. But that's all I've got for today. Don't want to be too negative on a positive video. Again, go check out this YouTuber, Bacon Media. Incredible here. 10,000 subscribers. We got to get that up to like 100. We got to get this video blown up, get it trending, get it on Reddit. Say I sent you if you want. But until next time, be safe, have a good one, and may the Force be with you.